Hello everybody and welcome back. We're going to be looking at question number 10 on the 2001 Pascal paper. This is the last question in part A. And so if you're very new to math contests, if you're quite the beginner, and you're just setting out on this, I would say getting all the questions in part A is a worthy goal. Get all the questions in part A, try the questions in part B, see which ones you can and can't get. You'll probably get the first couple as well. And you can sort of work on the techniques we use for questions as hard as the part B's and part C's. But I'd say part A, that's a worthy goal. If you can get all of part A and get it all quickly, I think you're well on your way to doing well on these contests. So, with that in mind, let's take a look at question number 10. This is the last one worth 5 marks. Dean scored a total of 252 points in 28 basketball games. Okay. Ruth played 10 fewer games than Dean. Her scoring average was 0.5 points per game, higher than Dean's scoring average. How many points in total did Ruth score? So we want Ruth's total point score. Well, let's give that a name. So we're given some information, like we're told relative to Dean how many games Ruth played, and we're also told relative to Dean's what her average number of points is. So Ruth's average, as with anyone's average, is total points divided by number of games. Actually, let's drop off Ruth's here. So this is our formula here. So for example, Dean's average, we have enough information to talk about. It was Dean, right? Yeah, it's Dean. We can talk about Dean's average because we have all the information we need. We have his total points, 252, and we have his total number of games. 252 divided by 28, is that a clean division? I don't think it is. Ah, what do you know it was? It's 9. Okay, so we know Dean's average. We want R, the total number of points Ruth scored. So how does knowing Dean's average help us? Well, aside from sort of being an obvious calculation to make because we have enough information to talk about it, we're also told that Ruth's average is 0.5 points per game higher. So we should technically have here 252 points over 28 games, 9 points per game. So Ruth's average is Dean's plus 0.5 points per game. So 9 points per game plus 0.5 points per game, 9.5 points per game is her average. Okay. And we also know that this is going to be R, the value we want, over the number of games Ruth played. So, is there any way we can get the number of games Ruth played? Yes, there is. We were told in the question. We were told Ruth played 10 fewer games than Dean. Okay, Ruth played 10 fewer games than Dean, right there. So now we know because we're told that Dean played 28 games, so she must have played 28 minus 10, or 18 games. So 9.5 points per game is equal to R points over 18 games. Well, we can rearrange this and solve just for R. 9.5 points per game times 18 games is going to be equal to R points. So we know we've done something right because the units are going to cancel out. And 9.5 times 18, so 9.5 times 18, just punching that in on the calculator, we get 101 points. And we get a final answer of 171. Okay? So 171, that is right there, it's B. So we bubble in B, and then we have finished off all of Part A. If we've done it completely correct, we have secured ourselves 50 points. So that's 50 points, 5-0. And the contest itself is out of a total of 150. So if we've gotten Part A successfully done, we've got a third of the total marks on offer. And I'd say that's pretty good. So we're going to move on to Part B in the next video. We're going to take a look at the very first question in Part B. That's question number 11 on the Grade 9 Pascal paper from the year 2001. Join me for that in the very next video.